Hey y'all, this is Jason Ross, co-author of the Black Autumn series of survival, preparedness, homesteading fiction. I'm also the head screenwriter of the upcoming Homestead Black Autumn television show. We're so stoked. One of the things I'm doing as a writer is to really focus in on research. And I've been researching, as many of you know, the Thirsty Earth Oya system is like a dryland farming widget like hack that we can demonstrate working. And so I'm here in Hawaii at my winter home in Hawaii where I get to garden all winter long. I know you're jealous. And I am now 30 days into this little experiment where I put 3 Thirsty Earth Oyas in my normal 30 by 30 sweet potato bin to see how it really does. So, as you can see, if you know sweet potatoes, it's ridiculous. Oh my gosh, this is like insane. I've never had sweet potatoes get so tall and so lush. It's just the question, like, what happens if you give your sweet potatoes all the water they could possibly want 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with absolutely zero waste? And the answer is they go bananas. I mean, this is 30 days of sweet potato growth. Look at these, like, here, I'll show you. Like, I got like this whole crazy, like, dreadlock thing going on over here. I don't even know if you can see that. And I got like, it's just spilling over onto the ground, and it's just sick with growth. And I cannot wait to get in there and see what the taters are doing underneath the ground. So I got to ask, why? Like, I'm putting way less water into this bin, and I was appropriately watering before, but I'm putting way less, like 1/30th the amount of water into this bin, and I'm getting like half again, 2 times, 3 times more growth. What in the heck is going on here? A couple things I'm suspecting I'd like to talk about. So just check this out though. You can go back like in time, because I think I've pretty much filmed this once a week since I popped the Thirsty Earth Oyas in there. And I think you can see the growth. It's ridiculous. Let me take a guess. Here's my guess at why these little Thirsty Earth Oyas in here, just 3 of them, are creating such a phenomenal, redonkulous amount of growth. Reason number 1, perfect amount of water 24 hours a day. What I was doing before was running drip. I had a drip line in here, and it was running just in the morning. So then the sun would beat down on these guys and really hammer them all day long. My beautiful sweet potato leaves. So they get water and it begin the drying out process. So they got water just once a day. I could have bumped it up to twice a day, but it's really the same cycle. Too much water, too little water. Too much water, too little water. What the Thirsty Earth Oya does is provides the perfect amount of water all day long, all night long. So it's just a perfect amount of water, and not subjecting the plant to any water stress seems like a winning hack. So perhaps that, I'm going to go with that. Secondly, it has to do with fertilizer. What I've done in the past is, let them get this big and then add fertilizer on top. I pour it straight onto the mulch. What I've done with the Thirsty Earth system is taken what is 100% natural vermicompost tea fertilizer that I made myself with my handy dandy little worm farms, and I pour it straight into the reservoir. So it goes into the Thirsty Earth reservoir. I dump like a cur jar full of this great fertilizer, and it infiltrates through the oyas. And what I've seen from my past oyas is that the roots will surround those oyas and pull every molecule of water, and now every molecule of fertilizer through the oya straight into the plant. So zero loss. So no longer am I just like pumping water through my drip lines and then it's just going right out the bottom, because every time I watered, there was a huge amount of water that came out the bottom of the pot. That was just normal. We've all seen that, all of my pots. Now there's zero. Bottom of the pot's completely dry, and that fertilizer, instead of being leached out by daily watering, is just being uptaken by the plant. You see how tall these guys are going, and then they're just spilling over the side. So I can only imagine that the tubers, the sweet potatoes, are getting it too, and they're going to be in great shape. I'll let it go another month or two and harvest. So reason number 2, perfect amount of fertilizer, no fertilizer leaching. None of my fertilizer is going out and out to my lawn. It's all staying in the pot and being uptaken right away by the roots of the sweet potato. That's reason number 2. Reason number 3 totally shocked me. Reason number 3 that I'm getting crazy success off the Thirsty Earth system versus drip is because the Thirsty Earth system attracts the snails that were already hiding in my pot. It attracted them to the Ollas. And I could look in there anytime, night or day, and just see if there was a snail on there, and I just picked the snails off the Thirsty Earth Ollas and chucked them, because they're no longer hiding around in my mulch where the moistures, they go to the maximum moisture, and which happens to be my Ollas, and then I've just picked them out and thrown them away. Now I don't get a lot of snails, but just a couple of big snails. We have giant snails here, do an amazing amount of damage. So rather than competing with snails constantly, that whole problem resolved itself. Fourth is that the problem of predation from the outside. The Thirsty Earth system is keeping the plant so healthy that it is resisting the cabbage moths and the aphids that will typically get on it and do damage and slow the plant down. So I'm totally kicking butt on predatory insects in this bin because the plants are so healthy. They've got no water stress, 24 hours a day, perfect amount of water. Those are my 3 best guesses as it stands. Perfect amount of water, perfect amount of fertilizer delivered directly to the roots through the Ollas, and also I've been able to completely avoid the normal problems. I'll show you my other bin, my 30 by 30, same setup, planted exactly the same time from vines. I'll show you how that's doing. You'll see it's not nearly as good. It's experienced water stress, it's experienced predation. So I'll show you. This is where we're at today. I'll go show you my other bin. I'll just grab my camera and run over there right now and show it to you. All right, so hey, eat your heart out. That's my view. Yeah, baby. Yeah, that's winter. I know. Cry me a river, right? Okay, so here's my other yard where I've got some great growth going there in one of my beds. Couple of my other beds. So that's my other, can you guys see it? There is my other sweet potato, planted at exactly the same time. You're seeing it's got a drip line in there. It's got some predation. You can see where it's been chewed on because I don't know where the darn snails are hiding. So anyway, that's not horrible for 30-day growth, right? Not terrible, but certainly nothing like this guy. Look at this. I got my papayas growing versus that guy. So that is, just check that out. It's just insane. It's like trying to commit suicide by growth. Look at this. I'm going to have to do something about this because it's growing all over my yard. Anyway, we're probably 30 days out and we'll go ahead and harvest. What I'm looking for on sweet potatoes is when they start showing aging like that, the leaves, I know I'm probably 30 days out from harvest. Anyway, fantastic.